Okay, so this video is going to cover what is a broker. So a broker essentially is just your middleman to where you're able to put some money into a broker and then put it into a platform and enter a sell or buy position. So I guess you could say some like tips I can give you guys to like really choose a good broker. I would say I would have like three really good main tips to really help you guys. And I'm gonna do try to keep these videos short so you guys can just learn the terms. I'm not gonna like be yapping no more in the videos. It's kind of just like the first one to really knock off the people that are gonna think like, oh hey, it's just gonna be like 40 minutes long. It's gonna be yapping. I've noticed that it'll really like from everything that I've seen on YouTube, where they have like a 50 video series and a playlist on like A to Z trading. Like the first ones are like it'll have like 500,000 views, and then by the time they get to the 50, it has like 30K views, and it helps really knock off the people that just want to learn how to make money quick, and it's just like pretty ridiculous. I would say it's just like they really teach you everything. I'm not gonna give no clout to none of the traders that I know or that I've watched or whatever. But to really break down this video is what is a broker. I'm gonna restart. Its broker is essentially your middleman to where you're able to put some money, put it into a platform, and then buy or sell whatever you're trading. Um, the number, the one tip I could give you guys is make sure you guys know whether your broker is regulated or unregulated. So a regulated broker essentially is they're verified by the system. They're gonna be a little bit more professional. They're gonna like let you withdraw your money when you want to withdraw it, and kind of have them not many problems at all. I'm not gonna say that they're gonna be 100% or whatever, but they're gonna be a little bit more professional. They're gonna have a little bit more rules on what you can and can't do, but I mean, it's gonna be more secure. An unregulated broker is not basically it's not verified by the system. They are gonna have a little bit more freedom, but I would say they would probably have a little bit more funny business than a regulated broker, and they're both either side is good. Just really do your research and make sure you kind of know what you're getting into, whether it's regulated or unregulated. So then you're kind of a little bit more prepared, and then do some research on the broker, whether you have to go on YouTube or TikTok or whatever. Kind of do some research on it and see what the reviews are. If the reviews are a lot more than good, a lot more good than bad, then maybe give it a shot. If it's a lot more bad than good, I'm not saying don't give it a shot, but you know, it's just you take the risk. I guess you could say. You don't have to, but I had to. Just from learning, I had to learn. I had to give it a try, and keep exploring. And tip number two would be what could tip number two? Just to give you guys the best three tips. I would say check your customer service, man. That's one another really good one I should say is customer service. Is it goes a super long way because if you put money into your account, you're trading, you make $400 from $200, and you're trying to withdraw. Now you can't. Now let's say there's just an error for whatever reason. You go in like, oh, let me contact customer support. Let me email them, or from the going online and going to their broker page. If they take a whole month to answer, you know, like come on now, like you're really gonna want to keep like using them as a broker. I mean, it could just be like bad timing or whatever, but all the brokers there have been a couple brokers where they do take a really long time, and it kind of is just like what the hell, like I put money, I made money, now you're gonna take a whole month to answer my problem that I have here. And it's just it's kind of ridiculous. Nothing you could do about it, really nothing you could do. And like I said, your $200 initial deposit, they're taking a whole month. They give you like a glimpse on how to help you, or they're gonna try to help you, and now they're gonna take a whole nother month. Now you're gonna be cooked. So I mean, just make sure the broker you're getting into has good customer service. You could always do it by like creating the account, whatever, and like just hit them up right away before you deposit money, and kind of just get an estimate. Like, okay, these guys took 2 days, not bad. Okay, these guys haven't even answered me, and it's been like 2 months. Then you kind of know what you're getting into. you know. It's kind of just one little like tip I could give you guys. And another one is I guess you could check their fees and their spread, because some are gonna have higher fees and lower spread, and some are gonna have lower fees but higher spread. So essentially, the spread would be like where, like, price is at, and then your spread is gonna be due to like the broker. So it's gonna either have a higher spread or lower spread, and essentially that's like, it's pretty much, if it's at point 40, it's and you're gonna sell, it's gonna be at point 60. So now you kind of have to wait till it goes down to be able to start making money, and then vice versa with a lower fee once you hit take profit. So essentially, if your take profit was $200, and I mean whatever their fee is, it's gonna be like $3 because you hit 200. Then it's gonna be 197. But then some are vice versa, lower spread, quicker money, but then it's either gonna be a bigger charge or a less charge. And some, I mean, I've heard, I don't know which ones, offer low spread and low commission, which is basically a fee, which essentially becomes pretty nice. But I assume those would be unregulated brokers. So I mean, I don't know. I've liked the brokers that I've dealt with recently. So those would be like one of my, or my top three main tips I can give you guys to really, give you guys an edge to finding a good broker. Is just making sure they're regulated or unregulated, and check the reviews on them, and then see what their fees and commission are, and see if you're comfortable with it. And then you check the customer service. You really want to make sure you can have some good trust with them, and you're not having to wait like a whole month to get an answer from them. So yeah, I mean, that would sum it up for my best top three tips to what is a broker. And I really hope you guys find a broker that you guys like, and you guys can soon begin trading. And there's been a lot of I've gotten a lot of requests on Instagram about the Telegram, and some other people having more questions about the last two videos that I posted. And you guys are more than welcome to, like, some of you like ask people that I follow if they can get a hold of me and whatnot. And I really try to help everyone. I mean, I'm only one person, so I try to get back to as many of you as possible. And if you guys would like to join the Telegram where I disclose my strategy, I give you guys the trades. I pretty much whenever they need one-on-ones, we set up a time, date and time, and I really try to, like, break it all down to them. And I mean, obviously, I'm gonna say this right now, and I'm gonna start saying it in every video. Like, I don't promise you guys a dream. I don't promise you guys making $1,000 in a week. I don't promise you guys anything. I literally just simply make it for me to help you guys and be more interactive with the people who pay to pretty much learn, because they're trusting me. They have, I try to build trust with every single one of them that pay to join, because it's not something that's cheap and everybody can buy right off rip. But from this pretty much the success that I've seen from my students, from the majority of them that hit me up, like, some are making pretty good money. I mean, I'm not gonna say everyone on here is gonna be able to make X amount of money. It just really depends on you guys. It's really how much dedication you have, discipline. If you guys can just kind of just, I mean, I guess you could say, like, you're paying to listen to me, because I know what I'm doing. I already found my edge in the markets. No, I don't have Lambos and fucking McLarens, because that's just not my priority. I have to escalate myself before I can do a whole bunch of that other stuff and get to all those fun things. But yeah, if you guys would like to join the Telegram, the code that I'm gonna use for today's video, that obviously it's just gonna go from Wednesday to Wednesday. Next Wednesday it could be more, it could be less. It's just really up to you guys. The code would be broker, and it's gonna be 10% off. You guys can go ahead and hit me up on Instagram at Fxbrayanl. So it'd be Fxbrayanl. I have a welder helmet on. Yeah, you guys are more than welcome to hit me up there, or whether you're watching this video and you kind of just want some more information on a broker or whatever. I kind of disclosed, like, pretty much like the top few things you have to look into. There's a lot of more other things that I could say. Like, another thing I could say is make sure your broker allows you to trade the pair. that you want to trade, because some might not let you trade crypto, some might not let you trade stocks, some might not even let you trade futures or forex. So that could be another thing you guys really have to look into. And for the very last thing is, this is a disclaimer. This is not financial advice. Everything I say is just to my best of knowledge and to everything that I have learned. So there could be more different information out there. So to my understanding and level of level of understanding of all this day trading stuff is to the best of my knowledge. And if you have any more questions, and you guys can text me or just go do your own research. This is all just beginner friendly, and I'm gonna cut the video here, guys. And I really hope you guys have a good day and you guys learn something from being active on the YouTube. And the next video will come out next Wednesday. I'll see you guys later.